I took my troubles down to Meadow. You know that gypsy with the gold cap too. She's got a pad down on 34th and Vine, selling little bottles of love potion number 9. I told her that I was a fluffer chick. I've been this way since 1956. She looked at my palm and she made a magic sign. She said what you need is love potion number 9. She bent down, turned around, gave me a wink. She said I'll mix it up right here in the sink. It smelled like turpentine and looked like Indian ink. I held my nose and closed my eyes. I took a drink. I didn't know if it was day or night. I thought it kissing everything inside. But when I kissed and calmed down on 34th and Vine, it broke my little bottle of love potion number 9. Fun that I'm going back again. I wonder what will happen with love potion number 10. Love potion number 9. Love potion number 9. Love potion number 9.
Now, fair Hippolyta, our nuptial hour draws on apace. 4 happy days bring in another moon. But oh, methinks how slow this old moon wanes. She lingers my desires like to a stepdam or a dowager, long withering out the young man's revenue.
4 days will quickly steep themselves in nights. 4 nights will quickly dream away the time. And then the moon, like to a silver bow new bent in heaven, shall behold the night of our solemnities.
Go, Philostrate, stir up the Athenian youth to merriments. Awake the pert and nimble spirits of mirth, turn melancholy, fall to funerals. The pale companion is not for our pomp. Hippolyta, I wooed thee with the sword, and won thy love doing thee injuries. But I will wed thee in another key, with pomp, with triumph, and with revelry.
Happy be Theseus, our renowned Duke.
Thanks, good Aegeus. What's the news with thee?
Full of vexation come I with complaint against my child, my daughter, Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius. My noble lord, this man hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander. And my gracious Duke, this man hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, thou hast given her rhymes and interchanged love tokens with my child. Thou hast, by moonlight, at her window sung with feigning voice verses of feigning love, and stolen the impression of her fantasy with bracelets of thy hair, rings, gauds, conceits, knacks, trifles, nosegays, sweetmeats, messengers of strong prevailment in unhardened youth. With cunning hast thou filched my daughter's heart, turned her obedience, which is due to me, to stubborn harshness. And be it so, she will not hear before your grace consent to marry with Demetrius. I beg the ancient privilege of Athens. As she is mine, I may dispose of her, which shall be either to this gentleman or to her death, according to our law immediately provided in that case.
What say you, Hermia? Be advised, fair maid. To you your father should be as a god, one that composed your beauty, and one to whom you are but as a form in wax, by him imprinted and within his power to leave the figure or disfigure it. Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
So was Lysander.
In himself he is, but in this kind, wanting your father's voice, the other must be held the worthier.
I would my father looked but with my eyes.
Rather your eyes must with his judgment look.
I do entreat your grace to pardon me. I know not by what power I am made bold, nor how it may concern my modesty and such a presence here to plead my thoughts. But I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Either to die the death, or to abjure forever the society of men. Therefore, fair Hermia, question your desires, know of your youth, examine well your blood, whether if you yield not to your father's choice, you can endure the livery of a nun. For I, to be in shady cloister mewed, to live a barren sister all your life, chanting feigned hymns to the cold, fruitless moon. Thrice blessed they that master sow their blood to undergo such maiden pilgrimage. But earthlier happy is the rose distilled than that which, withering on the virgin thorn, grows, lives, and dies in single blessedness.
So will I grow, so live, so die, my lord, ere I will yield my virgin patent up unto his lordship, whose unwished yoke my soul consents not to give sovereignty.
Take time to pause. And by the next new moon, the sealing day betwixt my love and me for everlasting bond of fellowship, upon that day either prepare to die for disobedience to your father's will, or else to wed Demetrius as he would, or on Diana's altar to protest for austerity and single life.
Relent, sweet Hermia, Lysander, yield thy crazy title to my certain rights.
You have her father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Do you marry him?
Scornful Lysander, true, he hath my love, and what is mine, my love shall render him. And she is mine, and all my right of her I do estate unto Demetrius.
I am, my lord, as well derived as he, as well possessed. My love is more than his. My fortunes every way is fairly ranked, if not with vantage as Demetrius. And which is more than all these boasts can be, I am beloved of beauteous Hermia. Why should not I then prosecute my right? Demetrius, I'll avouch it to his head, made love to Neater's daughter, Helena, and won her soul. And she, sweet lady, dotes, devoutly dotes in idolatry upon this spotted and inconstant man.
I must confess that I have heard so much, and with Demetrius thought to have spoke thereof. But being overfull of self-affairs, my mind did lose it. But Demetrius, come, Aegeus, you shall go with me. I have some private schooling for you both. For you, fair Hermia, look you arm yourself to fix your fancies to your father's will, or else the law of Athens yields you up, which by no means we may extenuate, to death or to a vow of single life. Come, my Hippolyta. What cheer, my love? Demetrius and Aegeus, go along. I must employ you in some business against our nuptial, and confer with you of something nearly that concerns yourselves.
With duty and desire we follow you.
How now, my love? Why is your cheek so pale? How chance the roses there do fade so fast?
Belike for want of rain, which I could well bedeem them from the tempest of mine eyes.
Ay me, for aught that ever I could read, could ever hear by tale or history, the course of true love never did run smooth.
Oh hell, to choose love by another's eye.
Or if there were a sympathy in choice, war, death, or sickness did lay siege to it, making it momentary as a sound, swift as a shadow, short as any dream, brief as the lightning in the collied night, that in his spleen unfolds both heaven and earth, and ere a man hath power to say, behold, the jaws of darkness do devour it up, so quick bright things come to confusion.
If then true lovers have been ever crossed, it stands as any dict in destiny. Then let us teach our trial patience, because it is a customary cross, as due to love as thoughts and dreams and sighs, wishes and tears, or fancy's followers.
A good persuasion, therefore hear me, Hermia. I have a widow aunt, a dowager of great revenue, and she hath no child. From Athens is her house removed 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only son. There, gentle Hermia, may I marry thee. And to that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me, then steal forth thy father's house tomorrow night. And in the wood, a league without the town, where I did meet thee once with Helena to do observance for a morn of May, there will I stay for thee.
My good Lysander, I swear to thee by Cupid's strongest bow, by his best arrow with the golden head, by the simplicity of Venus' doves, by that which knitted souls and prospers love, and by the fire that burned the Carthage queen when the false Trojan under sail was seen, by all the vows that ever men have broke, in number more more than women ever spoke. In that same place thou hast appointed me, tomorrow truly will I meet with thee.
Keep promise, love. Look, here comes Helena.
Godspeed, fair Helena, whither away?
Oh, call you me fair, that fair again unsay. Demetrius loves your fair, oh, happy fair. Your eyes are lodestars, and your tongue sweet air, more tunable than lark to shepherd's ear. When wheat is green, when hawthorn buds appear, sickness is catching, oh, or favor so. Your words I catch, fair Hermia, ere I go. My ear should catch your voice, my eye your eye. My tongue should catch your tongue's sweet melody. Were the world mine, Demetrius being baited, the rest I'll give to be to you translated. Oh, teach me how you look and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius' heart.
I give him frowns, yet he loves me still.
Oh, that my frowns could that your frowns could teach my smiles such skill.
I give him curses, yet he gives me love.
Oh, that my prayers could such affection move.
The more I hate, the more he follows me.
The more I love, the more he hateth me.
His folly, Helena, is none of mine.
None but your beauty, would that fault were mine.
Take comfort, he no more shall see my face. Lysander and myself will fly this place. Before the time I did Lysander see, seemed Athens like a paradise to me. Oh, then what graces in my love do dwell, that he hath turned a heaven into hell.
Helen, to you our minds we will unfold. Tomorrow night, when Phoebe doth behold the silver visage in the watery glass, decking with liquid pearl the bladed grass, a time which lovers' flights doth still conceal, through Athens' gates have we devised to steal.
And in the wood where often you and I upon faint primrose beds were wont to lie, emptying our bosoms of their counsel sweet, there my Lysander and myself shall meet. And thence from Athens turn away our eyes to seek new friends and stranger companies. Farewell, sweet playfellow! Pray thou for us, and good luck grant thee thy Demetrius. Keep word, Lysander, we must starve our sight from lovers' food till morrow deep midnight.
I will, my Hermia. Helena, adieu. As you on him, Demetrius dotes on you.
How happy some or other some can be. Through Athens I am thought as fair as she. But what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know what all but he doth know. And as he errs, doting on Hermia's eyes, so I, admiring of his qualities, of things base and vile, holding no quantity, love can transpose to form and dignity. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid painted blind. Nor hath love's mind of any judgment taste, wings and no eyes figure unheedy haste. And therefore is love said to be a child, because in choice he is so oft beguiled. As waggish boys in games themselves forswear, so the boy love is perjured everywhere. For ere Demetrius looked on Hermia's eyne, he hailed down oaths that he was only mine. And when that hailsome heat from Hermia felt, so he dissolved, in showers of oaths did melt. I will go tell him of fair Hermia's flight. Then to the wood will he tomorrow night pursue her, and for this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense. But herein mean I to enrich my pain, to have his sight thither and back again.
Is all our company here?
You were best to call them generally, man by man, according to the script.
Here is a scroll with every man's name thought fit through all of Athens to play an hour interlude before the Duke and Duchess on his wedding day at night.
First, good Peter Quince, say what the play treats on. Then read the names of the actors and so grow on to a point.
Mary, our play is the most lamentable comedy, the most cruel jest of Pyramus and Thisbe.
Very good piece of work, I assure you. And Mary, now go forth your actors by the scroll. Masters, spread yourselves.
Answer as I called you. Nick Bottom the Weaver.
Ready! Name what part I am for, and proceed.
You, Nick Bottom, are set down for Pyramus.
What of Pyramus? Is he a lover or a tyrant?
He is a lover that kills himself most gallantly for love.
That will have some tears in the true performing of it. If I am to do it, let the audience look to their eyes. I will move storms. I will condole in some measure. To the rest, yet my chief humor is for a tyrant. I can play Heracles rarely, nor afford to tear a cannon to make all split. The raging rocks and shivering shocks shall break the locks of prison gates, and Phoebus' car shall shine from far to make in mar the foolish fates. This was lofty. This was Heracles' vein, a tyrant's vein. A lover's is more condoling. Now call forth your play.
Francis Flute, the bellows mender.
Peter Quince.
You must take Thisbe on you.
What is Thisbe? A wandering knight.
It is the lady that Pyramus must love.
Let not me play a woman. I have a beard coming.
That is all one. You shall play it in mass. And you may speak as small as you will.
And I may hide my face. Let me play Thisbe too. I will speak in a monstrous little voice. Thisbe, Thisbe, Pyramus, my lover dear, thy Thisbe dear, and lady dear.
No. You must play Pyramus and flute. You, Thisbe.
Well, proceed.
Robin Starveling the tailor.
Here, Peter Quince.
You, Thisbe's mother. Chop Snout the tinker.
Here, Peter Quince.
You, Pyramus's father. Myself, Thisbe's father. And Snug the joiner. The lion's paw. And I hope there's a play fitted.
Have you the lion's part written? Pray you with me, give it me, for I am slow of study.
You may do it extempore, for 'tis nothing but roaring.
Let me play the lion too. I will roar that it will do any man's heart good to hear me. Roar! I will roar that it will make the Duke say, let him roar again. Let him roar.
If you should do it too terribly, you would frighten the Duchess and the ladies such that they would shriek, and that were enough to hang us all.
I grant you, friends, that if you should frighten the ladies out of their witties, they would have no more discretion but to hang us. But I would aggravate my voice so that I would roar you as gentle as any sucking dove. I would roar you to any nightingale.
No! You must play Pyramus! No, you poor Pyramus is a sweet-faced man. Is a proper man, as one shall see on a summer day. Is a most lovely, gentleman-like man. Therefore, you must needs play Pyramus.
Pyramus!
Well, I am to undertake it. What beard would I to play it in?
Why, what you will.
I will discharge it. Your yellow straw-colored beard, your orange and tawny-colored beard, your purple and grain-colored beard, or your straw-colored beard, the French crown-colored beard, perfect yellow.
Well, some of y'all French crowns have no hair at all. And then you're gonna play a bareface, right? It's the simplest joke. But masters, here are your parts. And I am to request you, desire you, entreat you, to con them by tomorrow night and meet me in the palace wood a mile without town, by moonlight. For there we will rehearse. For if we were to meet in the city, we would be dogged by company and our devices known. In the meantime, I will make a bill of property such as our play wants. I pray you, fail me not.
We will meet presently, and we will rehearse more obscenely and more courageously. Take pains, be perfect. Adieu.
At the dear exact we meet!
Enough! Hold or cut bowstrings.
Come on.
Oh, hello. Beautiful maiden. Shall I do a trick to impress you? Don't get too excited. It's not that great of a trick. Woo! How now, fairy? Whither wander you?
Over hill, over dale, thorough bush, thorough briar, over park, over pale, thorough flood, thorough fire, I do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon sphere, and I serve the fairy queen to do her orbs upon the green. The cowslips tall her pensioners be, in those gold coat spots you see. Those be rubious fairy favors, in those freckles live their savors. But I must seek some dewdrops here, and hang a pearl in every cowslip's ear. Farewell, thou lob of spirits, I'll be gone. The queen and all her elves come here anon.
The king doth keep his revels here tonight. Take heed the queen come not within his sight. For Oberon is passing fell and wrath, because that she is her attendant hath. A lovely boy stolen from an Indian king. She never had so sweet a changeling. And jealous Oberon would have the child, knight of his train, to trace the forests wild. But she perforce withholds the loved boy, crowns him with flowers, and makes them all her joy. And now they never meet in grove or green, by fountain clear or spangled starlight sheen, but they do square, that all their elves for fear creep into acorn cups and hide them there.
Oh, either I mistake your shape and making quite, or else you are that shrewd and knavish sprite, called Robin Goodfellow, are you not he, that frights the maidens of the Villigree, skim milk and sometimes labor in the quern, and bootless make the breathless huswife churn, and sometimes make the drink to bear no barm, mislead night wanderers laughing at their harm. Those that hobgoblin call you and sweet puck, you do their work and they shall have good luck. Are not you he?
Thou speaks aright. Oh. I am that merry wanderer of the night. I just to Oberon and make him smile, when I a fat and bean-fed horse beguile, neighing in likeness of a filly foal. Sometime lurk I in a gossip's bowl, in very likeness of a roasted crab, and when she drinks against her lips I bob, and on her withered dewlap pour the ale. The wisest aunt telling the saddest tale, sometime for 3-foot stool mistaketh me. Then slip I from her thong, down topples she, and Taylor cries and falls into a cough. And then the whole choir hold their hips and laugh, and waxing in their mirth and sneeze and swear, a merrier hour was never wasted there. But room fairy, here comes Oberon!
And here my mistress would that he were gone.
Ill met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What? Jealous Oberon? Fairy, skip hence. I have forsworn his bed and company.
Terry Rush Wanton, am not I thy lord?
Then I must be thy lady, but I know when thou wast stolen away from fairyland, and in the shape of Corin sat all day, playing on pipes at court, and versing love to amorous Phillida. Why art thou here? Come from the farthest steep of India. But that forsooth the bouncing Amazon, your buskin mistress and your warrior love, to Theseus must be wedded. And you come to give their bed joy and prosperity.
How canst thou thus for shame, Titania, glance at my credit with Hippolyta, knowing I know thy love to Theseus?
These are the forgeries of jealousy. And never, since the midsummer spring, met we on hill and dale, forest or mead, oh, by paved fountain, or by rushy brook, or in the beechen margent of the sea, to dance our ringlets to the whistling wind. But with thy brawls, thou hast disturbed our sport. Therefore the winds, pipe thing to us in vain, as in revenge, hath sucked up from the sea contagious fogs, which falling in the land, hath every petty river made so proud that they have overborne their continents. The ox hath therefore stretched his yoke in vain. The plowman lost his sweat, and the green corn hath rotted ere his youth attained a beard. Fold stands empty in the drowned field, and crows are fatted with the murrain flock. The 9 men's morris is filled up with mud, and the quaint mazes in the wanton green for lack of tread are undistinguishable. The human mortals want their winter here. No night is now with him, nor carol blessed. Therefore the moon, the governess of floods, pale in her anger, washes all the air, that rheumatic diseases do abound. And thorough this distemperature we see the seasons alter. Horrid-headed frosts fall in the fresh lap of the crimson rose, and on old Hyam's chin and icy crown, an odorous chaplet of sweet summer buds is as in mockery set. The spring, the summer, the childing autumn, angry winter, change their wonted liveries, and the mazed world by their increase now knows not which is which. And this same progeny of evils comes from our debate, from our dissension. We are their parents and original.
Do you amend it then? It lies in you. Why should Titania cross her Oberon? I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairy land buys not the child of me. His mother was a votaress of my order, and in the spiced Indian air, by night, full often hath she gossiped by my side, and sat with me on Neptune's yellow sands, marking the market traders on the flood, when we have laughed to see the sails conceive and grow big-bellied with the wanton wind, which she, with pretty and with swimming gait, following her womb then rich with my young squire, would imitate and sail upon the land to fetch me trifles, and return again, as from a voyage, rich with merchandise. But she, being mortal, of that boy did die, and for her sake I do rear up her boy, and for her sake I will not part with him.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Perchance till after Theseus' wedding day. If you will patiently dance in our round and see our moonlight revels, go with us. If not, shun me and I will spare your haunts.
Give me that boy and I will go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom. Fairies away. We shall chide downright if I longer stay.
Well, go thy way. Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury. My gentle puck, come hither, thou rememberest. Since once I sat upon a promontory and heard a mermaid on a dolphin's back, uttering such dulcet and harmonious breath that the rude sea grew civil at her song, and certain stars shot madly from their spheres. To hear the sea maid's music?
I remember.
That very time I saw, but thou couldst not, flying between the cold moon and the earth, Cupid, all armed. A certain aim he took at a fair vestal throned by the west, and loosed his love shaft smartly from his bow, as it should pierce 100,000 hearts. But I might see young Cupid's fiery shaft quenched in the chaste beams of the watery moon, and the imperial vultures passed it on in maiden meditation, fancy free. Yet marked I where the bolt of Cupid fell. It fell upon a little western flower, before milk white, now purple with love's wound. And maidens call it love in idleness. Fetch me that flower, the herb I showed thee once. The juice of it on sleeping eyelids laid will make or man or woman madly dote upon the next live creature that it sees. Fetch me this herb and be thou here again, ere the Leviathan can swim a league.
I'll put a girdle round about the earth in 40 minutes.
Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania when she is asleep and drop the liquor of it in her eyes. The next thing when she waking looks upon, be it on lion, or bear, or wolf, or bull, or meddling monkey, or busy ape, She shall pursue it with the soul of love. And ere I take this charm off from her sight, as I can take it with another herb, I'll make her render up her page to me. But who comes here? I am invisible, and I will overhear their conference.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander and fair Hermia? The one I'll slay, the other slayeth me. Thou told me they were stolen into this wood, and here am I in wood within this wood, because I cannot meet my Hermia. Hence, get thee gone and follow me no more.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant, but yet you draw not iron, for my heart is true as steel. Leave you your power to draw, and I shall have no power to follow you.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or rather, do I not in plainest truth tell you that I do not nor I cannot love you?
And e'en for that do I love thee the more. I am your spaniel, and Demetrius, the more you beat me, I will fawn on you. Use me but as your spaniel, spurn me, strike me, neglect me, lose me only, give me leave, unworthy as I am to follow you. What worser place can I beg in your love, and yet a place of high respect with me, than to be used as you do use your dog?
Tempt not too much the hatred of my spirit, for I am sick when I do look on thee.
And I am sick when I look not on you.
You do impeach your modesty too much to leave the city and commit yourself into the hands of one that loves you not, to trust the opportunity of night and the ill counsel of a desert place with the rich worth of your virginity.
Your virtue is my privilege, for that it is not night when I do see your face. Therefore I think I am not in the night, nor doth this wood lack worlds of company. For you in my respect are all the world. Then how can it be said I am alone when all the world is here to look on me?
I'll run from thee and hide me in the brakes and leave thee to the mercy of wild beasts.
The wildest hath not such a heart as you. Run when you will, the story shall be changed. Apollo flies and Daphne holds the chase. The dove pursues the griffin, the mild hind makes speed to catch the tiger, bootless speed, when cowardice pursues and valor flies.
I will not stay thy question. Let me go. Or, if thou follow me, do not believe, but I shall do thee mischief in the wood.
Aye, in the temple, in the town, and fields you do me mischief. Fie, Demetrius! Your wrongs do set a scandal on my sex. We cannot fight for love as men may do. We should be wooed, and we're not made to woo. I follow thee and make a heaven of hell to die upon the hand I love so well.
Fare thee well, nymph. Ere he do leave this grove, thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Welcome, wanderer. Hast thou the flower there?
Aye, there it is.
I pray thee give it me. I know a bank where the wild thyme blows, where ox lips and the nodding violet grows, quite or canopied with luscious woodbine, with sweet musk roses and with eglantine. There sleeps Titania sometime of the night, lulled in these flowers with dances and delight. There the snake throws her enameled skin, weed wide enough to wrap a fairy in. With the juice of this, I'll streak her eyes and make her full of hateful fantasies. Take thou some of it and seek through this grove. A sweet Athenian lady is in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes. But do it when the next thing he espies may be the lady. Thou shalt know the man by the Athenian garments he hath on, effected with some care, that he may prove more fond on her than she upon her love. And look thou meet me ere the first cock crow.
Fear not, my lord, your servant shall do so.
Come. Now a roundel and a fairy song. Then for the third part of a minute hence. Some to kill cankers in the musk rose buds, some war with rare mice for their leathern wings, to make my small elves coats, and some keep back the clamorous owl that nightly hoots and wonders at our quaint spirits. Sing me now to sleep, then to your offices, and let me rest.
You spotted snakes with double tongue, thorny hedgehogs be not seen, newts and mind worms
is well.
Wanna loose and sentinel.
What thou seest when thou dost wake, do it for thy true love take. Love and languish for his sake, be it ounce or cat or bear, pard or boar with bristled hair, in thy eye that shall appear. When thou wakest, it is thy dear. Wake when some vile thing is near.
Oh, fair love, you faint from wandering in the wood, and to speak truth, I have forgot our way. Well, rest us, Hermia, if you think it good, and tarry for the comfort of the day.
Be it so, Lysander, find you out of bed. For I upon this bank will rest my head.
One turf shall serve as pillow for us both. One heart, one bed, two bosoms, and one troth.
Nay, good Lysander, for my sake, my dear, lie further off yet, do not lie so near.
Oh, take the sense, sweet, of my innocence. Love takes the meaning in love's conference. I mean that my heart unto yours is knit, so that but one heart can you make of it. Two bosoms interchanged with an oath, so then two bosoms and a single troth. Then by your bedside no bedroom me deny, for lying so, Hermia, I do not lie.
Lysander riddles very prettily. Now much beshrew my manners and my pride if Hermia meant to say Lysander lied. A gentle friend for love and courtesy lie further off in human modesty. Such separation as may well be said becomes a virtuous bachelor and a maid. So far be distant. Good night, sweet friend. Thy love ne'er alter till thy sweet life end.
Amen, amen. To that fair prayer say I, and end my life when I end loyalty. Here is my bed. Here is my bed. Sleep give thee all his rest.
With half that wish, the wisher's eye be pressed.
Through the forest have I gone, but Athenian find I none. One whose eyes I might approve this flower's force and stirring love. Night and silence. Who is here? Weeds of Athens he doth wear. This is he, my master said, despiseth the Athenian maid. And hear the maiden sleeping sound on the dank and dirty ground. Pretty soul, she durst not lie near this lack love, this kill courtesy. Churl, upon thy eyes I throw all the power this charm doth owe. When thou wakest, let love forbid sleep a seat on thy eyelid. So awake when I am gone, for I must now to Oberon.
Stay, though thou kill me, sweet Demetrius.
I charge thee hence, and do not haunt me thus.
Oh, wilt thou, darkling, leave me? Do not so.
Stay on thy peril, I alone will go.
I am out of breath in this fond chase. The more my prayer, the lesser is my grace. Happy is Hermia wheresoe'er she lies, for she hath blessed and attractive eyes. How came her eyes so bright? Not with salt tears. If so, my eyes are oftener washed than hers. No, no, I am as ugly as a bear. For beasts that meet me run away for fear. Therefore no marvel, though Demetrius do as a monster fly my presence thus. What wicked and dissembling glass of mine made me compare with Hermia's fiery eye? But who is here? Lysander on the ground? Dead or asleep? I see no blood, no wound. Lysander, if you live, good sir, awake.
And run through fire I will for thy sweet sake. Transparent Helena, nature shows her art, that through thy bosom makes me see thy heart. Where is Demetrius? Oh, how fit a word is that vile name to perish on my sword!
Do not say so, Lysander, say not so. What, though he love your Hermia, Lord, what though? Yet Hermia still loves you, then be content.
Content with Hermia? No, I do repent the tedious minutes I with her have spent. Not Hermia, but Helena now I love. Who would not change a raven for a dove? The will of man is by his reason swayed, And reason says you are the worthier maid. Things growing are not ripe until their season. I, being young till now, ripe not to reason, and touching now the point of human skill. Reason becomes the marshal to my will, and leads me to your eyes, where I o'erlook love's stories written in love's richest book.
Wherefore was I to this king mockery born? When at your hands did I deserve this scorn? Is't not enough, is't not enough, young man, that I did never know, nor never can, deserve a sweet look from Demetrius' eye, but you must flout my insufficiency? Good troth, you do me wrong, good sooth you do, in such disdainful manner me to woo. But fare you well, perforce I must confess, I thought you lord of more true gentleness. Oh, that a lady of one man refused should of another therefore be abused.
She sees not Hermia. Hermia sleeps thou there. And never mayst thou come Lysander near. For as a surfeit of the sweetest things, the deepest loathing to the stomach brings, or as the heresies that men do leave are hated most by those that did deceive. So thou, my surfeit, and my heresy, of all be hated, but the most of me. And all my powers address your love and might, to honor Helen, and to be her knight.
Help me, Lysander! Help me do thy best to pluck this crawling serpent from my breast! Oh. Ay me, for pity, what a dream was here! Lysander, look how I do quake with fear! Methought a serpent ate my heart away, and yet sat smiling at his cruel prey. Lysander? What? Removed? Lysander, Lord? What? Out of hearing? Gone? No sound, no word? Alack, where are you? Speak, and if you hear, speak of all loves. I swoon almost with fear. No, then, I well perceive you are not nigh. Either death or you I'll find immediately.
Are we all met?
Cat! And here is a marvelous, convenient place for our rehearsal. This green plot shall be our stage. This hawthorn brake, our tiring house. And we will do it in action as we will do it before the Duke.
Whence?
What sayest thou, Bully Bottom?
There are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus must draw his sword to kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. I'll answer you that.
Larkin of parlous spears.
I believe we must leave the killing out when all is done.
Not a wit. I have a device to make all well. Write me a prologue, and let that prologue seem to say that we will do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed, and for the more better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom, the weaver. This will put them out of fear.
Well, we will have such a prologue, and it will be written in 8 and 6.
Oh, let there be 2 more. Let it be written in 8 and 8.
Will not the ladies be afeard of the lion?
I fear it, I promise you.
Masters, consider with yourselves to bring in, God shield us, a lion among ladies is a most dreadful thing. For there is no more fearful wild fowl than your lion living, and we ought to look to it.
Therefore, another prologue must tell that he is not a lion.
Nay, let him name his name, and have his face be seen through the lion's neck, and let him speak through, saying thus, or to the same defect, ladies, or fair ladies, I would wish you, or I would request you, or I would entreat you, not to fear, not to tremble, my life for yours. If you think that I come hither as a lion, it were the pity of my life. No, I am a man, as all men are. For there indeed, let him name his name, and they will plainly see that he is Snug, the joiner.
Well, we will have the prologue, but there are 2 hard things. That is to bring moonlight into the chamber. For Pyramus and Thisbe meet by moonlight.
Doth the moon shine that night we play our play?
Calendar, bring me an almanac. Find out moonshine.
Can I borrow this? Got it. Thank you. And now we can dance.
Yes!
Oh,
Thank you. Let the casement of the chamber window where we play open, and the moon may shine in at the casement.
Or one could enter with a lanthorn, a thorn of bush, and say he comes to present the person of moonshine. Then there's another thing. Yeah, we must have a wall in the great chamber. The wall for Pyramus and Thisbe, so says the story, to talk through a chink of a wall.
You can never bring in a wall. What say you, Bottom?
Some man or other must present wall. I'd let him have some loam, or some plaster, or some rough cast to signify wall. Or let him hold his fingers thus, and this will signify the cranny through which Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
Well, that may be, then all is well. Come, sit down, every mother's son, rehearse your parts. Pyramus, you begin. When you have spoken your speech, enter into that break. And everyone, so according to its cue.
What hempen homespuns have we swaggering here? So near the cradle of the fairy queen. What? A play toward? I'll be an auditor. An actor too, perhaps, if I see cause.
Pyramus, speak! Thisbe, stand forth.
Thisbe, thy flowers odious. Odors savor sweet. So hath thy breath, my dearest Thisbe dear. Hark, a voice. Stay thou but here a while, and by I will to thee appear.
A stranger Pyramus that e'er played here.
Must I speak now?
Aye, Mary, must you? For you must understand that he is gone to see a noise he has heard, and will come again.
Oh,
yeah.
Right. Most rich. Most rich.
Take it up.
Most radiant Pyramus, most lily white of hue, of color like the red rose on triumphant briar, most brisky juvenile, and eke most lovely Jew, as truest horse, that yet would never tire. I'll meet thee, Pyramus, at Nini's tomb.
Ninus' tomb. You must not speak that yet. That you answer to Pyramus.
Oh.
You speak your part, cues and all at once.
Oh,
Pyramus, enter! Your cue is past. It is never tire.
Oh! As truest horse, but yet would never tire.
If I were fair, Thisbe, I were one.
Hey, masters, we are hand in hand!
I'll follow you. I'll lead you about around. Through bog, through bush, through brake, through briar. Sometime a horse I'll be, sometime a hound.
Yes!
A hog, a headless bear, sometime a fire. And neigh and bark and grunt and roar and burn. Like horse, hound, hog, bear, fire at every turn!
Why did they run away? This is a knavery of them to make me a fear.
Oh, Bottom, thou art changed. What do I see on thee?
What do you see? You see an ass head of your own, do you?
Oh, bless thee, Bottom, bless thee, thou art translator.
I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me. To frighten me if they could. But I will not move from this place. Do what they can. I will walk up and down, and I will sing so that they shall hear that I am not afraid. Ah, Woozlecock, so black of hue, with orange honeybill, the throstle with his note so true, the wren and little quill. That's better than I
What
thought.
angel wakes me from my flowery bed?
The finch, the sparrow, and the lark, the plain song cuckoo gray, whose note full many man doth mark, but dares not answer nay. For indeed, who would give wit to so foolish a bird? Oh,
I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamored of thy note. So is mine eye enthralled to thy shape. And thy fair virtues, force perforce doth move me on the first view to say, to swear, I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, that you should have little reason for that. And yet, to say the truth, reason and love do keep little company together nowadays. More the pity that some honest neighbors could not make them friends. I can gleek upon occasion.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Not so neither. If I had wit enough to get out of this wood, I'd have enough to suit mine own turn.
Out of this wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here, whether thou wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common rate. The summer still doth tend upon my state. And I do love thee, therefore go with me. I'll give thee fairies to attend on thee, and they shall fetch thee jewels from the deep, and sing while thou impressive flowers dost sleep. And I will purge thy mortal grossness so that thou shalt like an airy spirit go. Peace blossom, cobweb, mountain,
Ready?
And I.
Where shall we go?
Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Hop in his walks and gambol in his eyes. Oh, feed him with apricots and dewberries, with purple grapes, green figs, and mulberries. The honey bags steal from the humble bees. And for night tapers, crop their waxen thighs, and light them at the fiery glowworm's eyes. And to have my love to bed, and to her eyes, and pluck the wings from painted butterflies, to fan the moonbeams from his sleeping eyes. Nod to him, elves, and do him courtesies.
Hail, mortal, hail!
Hail.
Oh, I cry thy worship's mercy heartily. I beseech thy worship's name.
Cobweb.
Good Master Cobweb, I shall desire of you more acquaintance. If I should cut my finger, I will make bold with you. Your name, honest gentleman?
Peace blossom.
I pray you, commend me to Mistress Squash, your mother, and Master Peascod, your father. Peace Blossom, I shall desire of you more acquaintance too. Her name, I beseech you, sir.
Mustard seed.
Good Master Mustard Seed, I know your patience well. For that same giant-like cowardly ox beef hath devoured many a gentleman of your house. I promise you, your kindred hath made my eyes water here now. Good Master Mustard Seed, I shall desire of you more acquaintance too.
Oh, come, wait upon him. Lead him to my bower. The moon, methinks, looks with a watery eye. And when she weeps, weeps every little flower, lamenting some enforced chastity. Tie up my love's tongue, bring him silently.
And that's intermission. All right, folks, we have one more song, and then the conclusion of A Midsummer Night's Dream.
I feel a sin coming on. I feel a ride that's about to go wrong. I got a shiver down to my bones. I feel a sin coming on. over the place. Keep me tall, dark, and handsome. Mix it up with something strong. I feel a tear coming on. Please, Jesus, don't hold me back. I know it ain't mine, but I want it so bad. Smoke in my whiskey's got me feeling easy, and after I'll fade the glass. And you can see it all over my face. Sweet temptation all over the place. Give me tall, dark, and handsome. Mix it up with something strong. I feel a sea coming on. I feel a sea coming on. I feel a sea coming on.
I wonder if Titania be awake. Then what it was that next came in her eye, which she must dote on in extremity. But here comes my messenger. How now, mad spirit? What night rule now about this haunted grove?
My mistress with a monster is in love. Near to her close and consecrated bower, while she was in her dull and sleeping hour. A crew of patches, rude mechanicals, that work for bread upon Athenian stalls, were met together to rehearse a play, intended for a great Theseus nuptial day. The shallowest thick-skin of that barren sort, who Pyramus presented in their sport, forsook his scene and entered in a break, when I did him at disadvantage take. An ass's knoll I fixed it on his head. Anon his Thisbe must be answered. And forth my mimic comes, when they him spy, as wild geese at the creeping fowler eye, or russet-pated chuffs, many in sort, rising and cawing at the gun's report, sever themselves and madly sweep the sky. So at his sight, away his fellows fly. And at our stamp here, o'er and o'er one falls. He murder cries and help from Athens calls. Their sense thus weak, must with their fears thus strong, made senseless things begin to do them wrong. For briars and thorns at their apparel snatch, some sleeves, some hats, from ye others all things catch. I led them on, this distracted fear, and left sweet Pyramus translated there. When at this moment, so it came to pass, Titania waked and straightway loved an ass.
This falls out better than I could devise. But hast thou yet latched the Athenian's eyes with the love juice, as I bid thee do?
I took him sleeping, that is finished too. And the Athenian woman by his side, that when he waked, of force she must be eyed.
Stand close, this is the same Athenian.
This is the woman, but not this the man.
Oh, why rebuke you him that loves you so? Lay breath so bitter on your bitter foe.
Now I but chide, but I should use thee worse, for thou, I fear, hast given me cause to curse. Thou hast slain Lysander in his sleep, being o'er shoes and blood, plunge in the deep and kill me too. The sun was not so true unto the day as he to me. Would he have stolen away from sleeping Hermia? I believe as soon this whole earth may be bored, and that the moon may through her center creep, and so displease her brother's noontide with Antipodes. It cannot be but thou hast murdered him. So should a murderer look so dead, so grim.
So should the murdered look, and so should I, pierced through the heart with your stern cruelty. Yet you, the murderer, look as bright, as clear, as yonder Venus in her glimmering sphere.
What's this to my Lysander? Where is he? Ah, good Demetrius, wilt thou give him me?
I'd rather give his carcass to my hounds.
Out dog! Out cur! Thou drivest me past the bounds of maiden's patience. Hast thou killed him then? Henceforth be never numbered among men. Oh, once tell true, e'en for my sake. Dost thou have looked upon him being awake, and hast thou killed him sleeping? Oh, brave touch! Could not a worm, an adder, do so much? An adder did it, for with doubler tongue than thine, thou serpent, never adder stung!
You spend your passion on a misprized mood. I am not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is he dead for aught that I can tell.
Pray thee then, tell me that he is well.
And if I could, what should I get therefore?
A privilege never to see me more. From thy hated presence part I so. See me no more, whether he be dead or no.
There is no following her in this fierce vein. Here, therefore, for a while I will remain. The sorrow's heaviness doth heavier grow, for debt that bankrupt slip doth sorrow owe. Which now in some slight measure it will pay, if first tender here I make some stay.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite, and laid the love juice on some true love sight. Of thy misprision must perforce ensue some true love turned and not a false turned true. About the wood go swifter than the wind, and Helena of Athens look thou find. All fancy 6 years and pale of cheer, with sighs of love that cost the fresh bloods dear. By some illusion see thou bring her here. I'll charm his eye again, she doth appear.
I go. Look how I go. Swifter than arrow from the Tartar's bow.
Flower of this purple dye, hit with Cupid's archery, sink in apple of his eye. When his love he doth espy, let her shine as gloriously as the Venus of the sky. When thou wakest, if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
Captain of our fairy band, Helena is here at hand, and the youth, mistook by me, pleading for a lover's fee. Shall we their fond pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be!
Stand aside, the noise they make will cause Demetrius to awake.
Then will two at once woo one. That must needs be sport alone. And those things do best please me, that befall preposterously.
Why should you think that I should woo in scorn? Scorn and derision never comes in tears. Look, when I vow I weep, and vows so born in their nativity all truth appears. How can these things in me seem scorn to you, bearing the badge of faith to prove them true?
You do advance your cunning more and more. When truth kills truth, oh devilish holy fray, these vows are Hermia's. Will you give her o'er? Weigh oath with oath, and you will nothing weigh. Your vows to her and me, put into scales, will even weigh, and both is light as tail.
I had no judgment when to her I swore.
Nor none in my mind, now you give her o'er.
Demetrius loves her, and he loves not you.
Oh, Helen, goddess, nymph, perfect, divine, to what, my love, shall I compare thine eyne? Crystal is muddy, oh, how ripe in show, thy lips, those kissing cherries, tempting grow. That pure congealed white high Taurus now, fanned with the eastern wind, turns to a crow. When thou holds up thy hand, oh, let me kiss this princess of pure white, this seal of bliss.
Oh, spite! Oh, hell! I see you are all bent to set against me for your merriment. If you were civil and knew courtesy, you would not do me thus much injury. Can you not hate me as I know you do, but you must join in souls to mock me too? If you were men as men you are in show, you would not use a gentle lady so. To vow and swear and super praise my parts, when I am sure you hate me with your hearts. You both are rivals and love Hermia, and now both rivals to mock Helena? A trim exploit, a manly enterprise, to conjure tears up in a poor maid's eyes. With your derision, none of noble sort would so offend a virgin and extort a poor soul's patience, all to make your sport.
You are unkind, Demetrius, be not so. For you love Hermia, this you know, I know. And here, with all goodwill, with all my heart, in Hermia's love, I yield you up my part, and yours and Helena to me bequeath, whom I do love and will do to my death.
Never did mockers waste more idle breath.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia, I will none. If e'er I loved her, all that love is gone. My heart to her but as guest-wise sojourned, and now to Helen it is home returned, there to remain.
It is not so.
Disparage not the faith thou dost not know, lest to thy peril thou abide it dear. Look where thy love comes, yonder is thy dear.
Dark night that from the eye his function takes, the ear more quick of apprehension makes, wherein it doth impair the seeing sense, it pays the hearing double recompense. Thou art not by mine eye, Lysander, found mine ear, I think it brought me to that sound.
they whom love doth press to go.
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love, that would not let him bide. Fair Helena, who more engilds the night than all yon fiery stars and eyes of light. Why seek'st thou me? Cannot this make thee know the hate I bear thee made me leave thee so?
You speak not as you think, it cannot be.
Lo, she is one of this confederacy. Now I perceive they have conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid. Have you conspired? Have you with these contrived to bait me with this foul derision? Is all the counsel that we two have shared, the sisters' vows, the hours that we have spent, when we have chid the hasty-footed time for parting us, oh, is all forgot? All school days' friendship, childhood innocence? We, Hermia, like two artificial gods, have with our needles created both one flower, both on one sampler, sitting on one cushion, both warbling of one song, both in one key, as if our hands, our sides, voices, and minds had been incorporate, so we grew together, like two a double cherries, seeming parted, but yet a union in partition. Two lovely berries molded on one stem, so with two seeming bodies, but one heart. Two of the first life coats and heraldry, due but to one and crowned with one crest. And will you rent our ancient love asunder to join with men in scorning your poor friend? It is not friendly, 'tis not maidenly. Our sex, as well as I may chide you for it, though I alone do feel the injury.
I am amazed at your passionate words. I scorn you not. It seems that you scorn me.
Have you not set Lysander, as in scorn, to follow me and praise my eyes and face? And made your other love, Demetrius, who e'en but now did spurn me with his foot, to call me
Goddess, nymph, divine and rare,
precious, celestial. Oh, wherefore speaks he this to her he hates, and wherefore doth Lysander deny your love so rich in his soul, and tender me, forsooth, affection, but by your setting on, by your consent? What, though I be not so in grace as you, so hung upon with love, so fortunate? What miserable most to love unloved? This you should pity rather than despise.
I understand not what you mean by this.
I do persever counterfeit sad looks, make mouths upon me when I turn my back, wink each at other, hold the sweet jest up. This sport well carried shall be chronicled. If you had any pity, grace, or manners, you would not make me such an argument. But fare you well, 'tis partly mine own fault, which death or absence soon shall remedy.
Stay, gentle Helena, hear my excuse. My love, my life, my soul, fair Helena.
Oh, excellent.
Sweet, do not scorn her so.
If she can entreat, I can compel.
Thou canst compel no more than she entreat. Thy threats have no more strength than her weak praise. Helen, I love thee. By my life I do. I swear by that which I will lose for thee, to prove him false that says I love thee not.
I say I love thee more than he can do.
If thou say so, withdraw and prove it too.
Quick, come.
Lysander, where's your tins all this?
Head off, thou cat! Thou bird! Vile thing, let loose! Or I will shake thee from me like a serpent!
Why are you grown so rude? What changes this sweet love?
Thy love, outloathed medicine, oh hated poison, hence!
Do you not jest? Yes, sooth, and so do you.
Demetrius, I will keep my word with thee.
I would I had your bond, but I perceive a weak bond holds you. I'll not trust your word.
What? Shall I hurt her, strike her, kill her dead? Although I hate her, I'll not harm her so.
What can you do me greater harm than hate? Hate me? Wherefore? Oh me, what news, my love? Am not I Hermia? Are not you Lysander? Since night you loved me, yet since night you left me. Why then you left me? Oh, the gods forbid it, earnest shall I say?
Aye, by my life, and never did desire to see thee more. Therefore, be out of hope, of question, of doubt. Be certain, nothing truer, 'tis no jest, that I do hate thee, and love Helena.
Oh me, you juggler, you canker blossom, You thief of love! What, have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from him?
Fine and faith. Have you no modesty, no maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness? What, will you dare impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fie, you counterfeit, you puppet, you.
Puppet? Why so? Aye, that way goes the game. Now I perceive that she hath made compare between our statures. She hath urged her height, and with her personage, her tall personage, her height, forsooth, she hath prevailed with him. And are you grown so high in his esteem because I am so dwarfish and so low? How low am I, thy painted maypole? Speak! How low am I? I am not yet so low, but that my nails can reach into thine eyes!
I pray you, though you mock me, gentlemen, let her not hurt me. I was never cursed. I have no gift at all in shrewishness. I am a right maid for my cowardice. Let her not strike me. You perhaps may think, because she's something lower than myself, that I can match her.
Lower! Hark again!
Oh, good Hermia! Do not be so bitter with me. I evermore did love you, Hermia. Did ever keep your counsels, never wronged you. Save that in love unto Demetrius. I told him of your stealth into this wood. He followed me. For love, I followed him. But he hath chid me hence, and threatened me. To strike me, spurn me, nay, to kill me too. And now, so you will let me quiet go, to Athens will I bear my folly back, and follow you no further. Let me go! What? You see how simple and how fond I am.
Then get thee gone. Who is that hinders you?
A foolish heart that I leave here behind.
What, with Lysander?
Demetrius!
Be not afraid, she shall not harm thee, Helena.
No, sir, she shall not, though you take her part.
Oh, when she's angry, she is keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when she went to school, and though she be but little, she is fierce.
Little again. Nothing but low and little. Why will you suffer her to thought me thus? Let me come to her.
Get you gone, you dwarf! You minimus of hindering not grass made, you bead, you acorn.
You are too officious in her behalf that scorns your services. Let her alone. Speak not of Helena, take not her part. For if thou dost intend never so little show of love to her, thou shalt abide it.
Now she holds me not. Now follow, if thou darest, to try who's right. Either thine or mine is in Helena.
Follow? Nay, I'll go with thee, cheek by Jove!
You, mistress. All this coil is long of you. Nay, go not back.
I will not trust you, I, nor longer stay in your cursed company. Your hands than mine are quicker for a fray. My legs are longer, though, to run away!
I am amazed and know not what to say.
Still thou mistakest, or else commits thy knaveries willingly.
Believe me, King of Shadows, I mistook. Did not you tell me I should know the man by the Athenian garments he hath on? And so far blameless proves my enterprise, that I have anointed in Athenians' eyes. And so far am I glad it so did sort, as this their jangling I esteem a sport.
Thou seest these lovers seek a place to fight. Hie therefore, Robin, o'ercast the night. The starry welkin cover thou anon with drooping fog as black as Acheron, and lead these testy rivals so astray as one come not within another's way. Like to Lysander sometime frame thy tongue, then stir Demetrius up with bitter wrong, then sometime rail thou like Demetrius, and from each other look thou lead them thus, to lower their brows, death counterfeiting sleep, with leaden legs and batty wings doth creep, then crush this herb into Lysander's eye, whose liquor hath this virtuous property, to take from thence all air with his might, and make his eyeballs roll with wanted sight. When they next wake, all this derision shall seem a dream and fruitless vision. Then to Athens shall the lovers wend, with league whose date till death shall never end. While I in this affair do the employ, I'll to my queen and beg her Indian boy, and then I will her charmed eye release, from monsters' view, and all things shall be peace.
My fairy lord, this must be done with haste. For night swift dragons cut the clouds full fast, and yonder shines Aurora's harbinger, at whose approach ghosts wandering here and there, troop home to churchyards, damned spirits all, that in cross ways and floods have burial. Already to their wormy beds are gone, for fear least days should look their shames upon, they willfully themselves exile from light, and must for aye consort with black-browed night.
But we are spirits of another sort. I, with the morning's love, have oft made sport, and like a forester the groves may tread, e'en to the eastern gate all fiery red, opening on Neptune with fair blessed beams, turns into yellow gold his salt green streams. But notwithstanding haste, make no delay, we may effect this business yet ere day.
Up and down, I will lead them up and down. I'm feared in field and town. Goblin, lead them up and down. Here comes one.
Where art thou, proud Demetrius? Speak thou now!
Here, villain, drawn and ready, where art thou?
I will be with thee straight.
Follow me then to plainer ground.
Lysander, speak again. Thou runaway, thou coward, art thou fled? Speak in some bush, where dost thou hide thy head?
Thou, coward, art thou bragging to the stars, telling the bushes that thou lookst for wars and will not come? Come, recreant, come, thou child, I'll rip thee with a rod. He is defiled that draws a sword on thee.
Yea, art thou there?
Follow my voice, we'll try no manhood here.
He goes before me and still dares me on. I come where he calls, then he is gone. The villain is much lighter heeled than I. I followed fast, but faster he did fly. That fallen am I in dark, uneven way, and here will rest me. Come, thou gentle day, for if but once thou show me thy great light, I'll find Demetrius and revenge this.
Ho, 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 coward, why comest thou not?
Abide me if thou darest, for well I want, thou runs before me, shifting every place, nor dares not stand, nor look me in the face. Where art thou?
Come hither, I am here.
Nay, then thou mockst me. Thou shalt buy this dear, if ever I thy face by daylight see. Go thy way. Satan is constrained of me to measure out my length on this cold bed. And day's approach look to be visited.
Oh, weary night, oh, long and tedious night. Abate thy hours, shine comforts from the east, that I may back to Athens by daylight, from these that my poor company detest. And sleep that sometimes shuts up sorrow's eye, steal me a while from mine own company.
Yet but 3. Come one more. 2 of both kinds makes up 4. Here she comes, cursed and sad. Cupid is a knavish lad, thus to make poor females mad.
Never so weary, never so in woe, bedabbled with dew and torn with briars. I can no further crawl, no further go. Oh, my legs can keep no pace with my desires. Here will I rest me till break of day, and shield Lysander if they mean a fray.
On the ground, sleep sound. I'll apply to your eye. Your eye? No. Your eye, gentle lover, remedy. When thou wakest, thou takest true delight in the sight of thy former lady's eye. And the country proverb known that every man shall take his own, in your waking shall be shown. Jack shall have Jill, naught shall go ill, the man shall have his mare again, and all shall be well.
Come, sit thee down upon this flowery bed, while I thy amiable cheeks do coy. Stick musk roses in thy sleek, smooth head, and kiss thy fair large ears, my gentle joy.
Where's Peace Blossom?
Ready.
Oh, scratch my head, Peace Blossom. Woo! Where's Monsieur Cobweb?
Ready.
Monsieur Cobweb! Good Monsieur, get your weapons in your hand and kill me a red-hipped humblebee on the top of a thistle. And, Monsieur, bring me the honey bag. Do not fret yourself too much in the action, Monsieur. But have a care, good Monsieur, that the honey bag doth break not, for I would be loath to see you overflown with the honey bag, Senor. Where's Monsieur Mustard Seed?
Ready.
Give me your neat mustard seed. I pray you, leave your courtesy, Monsieur.
What's your will?
Nothing but to help Cavalry Cobweb but to scratch. Methinks I must to the barber's, Monsieur. I am marvelously hairy about the face, and I am such a tender ass that if my hair do but tickle me, I must scratch.
Wilt thou hear some music, my sweet love?
I have a reasonable good ear in music. Come, let us have the tongue and bone.
Or say, sweet love, what thou desirest to eat.
I could munch your good dry oats. I shall desire a nice bottle of hay. Good hay, sweet hay, hath no fellow.
I have a venturous fairy that shall seek the squirrel's hoard and fetch thee new nuts.
I had rather a handful or two of dried peas. But I pray you, let your people not stir me. I have an exposition of sleep come upon me.
Sleep thou, and I will wind thee in my arms. Fairies, be gone! Be always away! So doth the woodbine, the sweet honeysuckle gently entwist. You know, the female ivy, so enrings the barky fingers of the elf. Oh, how I love thee! How I dote on thee!
Welcome, good Robin. Seest thou this sweet sight? Her dotage now I do begin to pity. For meeting her of late behind the wood, seeking sweet savors for this hateful fool. I did upbraid her and fall out with her. For she his hairy temples then had rounded with coronet of fresh and fragrant flowers. And that same dew which sometime on the bud was wont to swell like round and orient pearls, stood now within the pretty flowerets' eyes, like tears that did their own disgrace bewail. When I had at my pleasure taunted her, and she in mild terms begged my patience, I then did ask of her changeling child, which straight she gave me, and her fairy sent to bear him to my bower in fairyland. And now I have the boy. I will undo this hateful imperfection of her eyes, and gentle Puck take this transformed scalp from off the head of this Athenian swain, that he awaking when the others do, may all to Athens back again repair, and think no more of this night's accidents, but as the fierce vexation of a dream. But first I will release the fairy queen. Be thou as thou was wont to be, see as thou was wont to see. Dian's bud or Cupid's flower hath such force and blessed power. Now, my Titania, wake you, my sweet queen.
My Oberon, what visions have I seen? Methought I was enamored of an ass.
There lies your love.
How came these things to pass? Oh, how mine eyes doth loathe this visage now.
Silence a while. Robin, take off his head.
When thou wakes with thine own fool's eyes peep. When thou wakes with thine own fool's eyes peep.
Come, my queen, take hands with me, and rock the ground whereon these sleepers be. Now thou and I are new in amity, and will tomorrow midnight solemnly dance in Duke Theseus' house triumphantly. And blessed to all their fair posterity, there shall the pairs of faithful lovers be, wedded with Theseus all in jollity.
Fairy king, attend and mark, I do hear the morning lark.
Then, my queen, in silence sad, trip we after the night shade. We the globe can compass soon, swifter than the wandering moon.
Come, my lord, and in our flight, tell me how it came this night that I sleeping here was found with these mortals on the ground.
Now, since we are the vanguard of the day, my love shall hear the music of my hounds. We will, fair queen, up to the mountain's top, and mark the musical confusion of hounds and echo in conjunction.
I was with Hercules and Cadmus once, when in a wood of Crete they bayed the bear with hounds of Sparta. Never did I hear such gallant chiding, for besides the groves, the skies, the fountains, every region near seemed all one mutual cry. I never heard so musical a discord, such sweet thunder.
My hounds are bred out of the Spartan kind, so flute, so sanded, and their heads are hung with ears that sweep away the morning dew. Quick-kneed and dewlap like the Salian bulls, slow in pursuit, but matched in mouth like bells, each under each. A cry more tunable was never hallowed in Crete, in Sparta, nor in Thessaly. Judge when you hear. So, what nymphs are these?
My lord, this is my daughter here asleep, and this Lysander. This Demetrius is this Helena, old Netter's Helena. I wonder if they're being here together.
No doubt they rose up early to observe the rite of May, and hearing our intent, came here in grace of our solemnity. But speak, Aegeus, is not this the day that Hermia should give answer of her choice?
It is, my lord.
Go bid the huntsmen wake them with their horns. Good morrow, friends. St. Valentine is past. Begin these wood birds but to couple now.
Pardon, my lord?
I pray you all stand up. I know you two are rival enemies. How comes this gentle concord in the world, that hatred is so far from jealousy, to sleep by hate and fear no enmity?
My lord, I shall reply amazedly. Half sleep, half waking, but as yet I swear, I cannot truly say how I came here. But as I think, for truly I would speak, and now I do bethink me, so it is. I came with Hermia hither. Our intent was to be gone from Athens, where we might be without the apparel of the Athenian law.
Enough. Enough, my lord. You have enough. I beg the law upon his head. They would have stolen away, they would, Demetrius, thereby to have defeated you and me. You of your wife, and me of my consent. Of my consent that she should be your wife.
My lord, fair Helen told me of their stealth, of this their purpose hither to this wood, and I in fury hither followed them. Fair Helena in fancy followed me, but my good lord, I know not by what power, but by some power it is. My love to Hermia, melted as the snow, seems to me now as the remembrance of an idol god, which in my childhood I did dote upon, and all the faith, the virtue of my heart, the object and the pleasure of mine eye, is only Helena. To her, my lord, was I betrothed ere I saw Hermia. But like a sickness that I loathe is food, but as in health come to my natural taste. Now do I wish it, love it, long for it, and will forevermore be true to it.
Fair lovers, you are fortunately met. Of this discourse we shall hear more anon. Aegeus, I will overbear your will. For in the temple by and by with us, these couples shall eternally be knit. And for the morning now is something worn, our purposed hunting shall be set aside. Away with us to Athens, 3 and 3. We'll hold a feast in great solemnity. Come, Hippolyta.
These things seem small and indistinguishable, like far-off mountains turned into clouds.
Methinks I see these things with parted eye when everything seems double.
So methinks. And I have found Demetrius like a jewel, mine own and not mine own.
It seems to me that yet we sleep, we dream. Do not you think the Duke was here and bid us follow him?
Yea, and my father.
And Hippolyta.
And he bid us follow to the temple.
Why then we are awake! Let us follow him. And by the way, let's recount our dreams!
When my cue comes, call me and I will answer. My next is most fair Pyramus. Hey-ho! Peter Quince! Flute the bellows mender! Snout the tinker! Starveling! Ah, it's my life, stolen hence and left here asleep. I have had a most rare vision. I've had a dream, past the wit of man to say what this dream was. Man is but an ass if he go about to expound this dream. Methought I was. There is no man can say what. Methought I was, and methought I had. Man is but a patched fool if he offer to say what methought I had. The eye of man hath not heard, the ear of man hath not seen, man's hand not able to taste, his tongue to conceive, or his heart to report what this dream was. I will get Peter Quince to write a ballet of this dream. It will be called Bottom's Dream. Because it hath no bottom, I will sing it at the latter end of the play, in front of the Duke. Peradventure, to make it the more gracious, I will sing it before her death.
Have you sent to Bottom's house? Has he come home yet?
He cannot be heard of. Out of doubt, he is transported.
If he come not, then the play is marred. Then go not forward, doth it?
It is not possible. There is not a man in all of Athens able to discharge Pyramus but he.
No, he hath simply the best wit of any handicraft man in Athens.
Yea, and the best person too. He is a very paramour for sweet voice.
You must say paragon. Paramour is, God bless us, a thing of not.
Oh, the Duke, he's coming from the temple, and there's 2 or 3 lords and ladies more married. Had our sport gone forward, we had all been made men.
Oh, sweet bully Bottom. Thus hath he lost 6 pence a day during his life. He could not have escaped 6 pence a day. And the Duke had not given him 6 pence a day for playing Pyramus. I'll be hanged. 6 pence a day in Pyramus, or nothing.
Where are these lads? Where are these hearts? Masters, I am to discourse wonders. But ask me not what, for if I tell you, I am no true Athenian. I will tell you everything as it
Right here, sweet Bottom.
Not a word of me. All I will tell you is that the Duke hath died. Gather your apparel together. Good strings to your pumps, new ribbons to your beards. Meet presently at the palace. Every man look o'er his script, for the long and short is, our play is preferred. In any case, let these be have clean linens, and let him that plays the lion not pare his nails, for they shall hang out for the lion's claws. And most dear, sweet actors, eat no garlic, nor onions, because I know that we are to utter sweet breaths, and I do not doubt but to hear them say that this is a sweet comedy. Now, no more words. Go away. Go away.
Strange, my period, Theseus, that these lovers speak of.
More strange than true. I never may believe these antic fables nor these fairy toys. Lovers and madmen have such seething brains, such shaping fantasies that apprehend more than cool reason ever comprehends. The lunatic, the lover, and the poet are of imagination all compact. One sees more devils than vast hell can hold. That's the madman. The lover, all as frantic, sees Helen's beauty in a brow of Egypt. The poet's eye, in a fine frenzy rolling, doth glance from heaven to earth, from earth to heaven. And as imagination bodies forth the forms of things unknown, the poet's pen turns them to shapes, and gives to airy nothing a local habitation and a name. Such tricks hath strong imagination, that if it would but apprehend some joy, it comprehends some bringer of that joy. Or, in the nights, imagining some fear, how easy is a bush, suppose the bear.
But all the story of the night told over, and all their minds transfigured, so together, more witness it than fancy's images, and grows to something of great constancy. But howsoever strange and admirable.
Oh, here come the lovers, full of joy and mirth. Joy, gentle friends, joy and fresh days of love accompany your hearts.
More than to us, wait in your royal walks, your board, your bed.
Come now! What masks? What dances shall we have to wear away this long age of 3 hours between our after supper and bedtime? Where is our usual manager of mirth? What revels are in hand is there no play to ease the anguish of a torturing hour? Caulfield is straight.
Here, my Theseus.
Say, what abridgment have you for this evening? What mask, what music, how shall we beguile the lazy time, if not with some delight?
There is a brief. How many sports are rife? Make choice of which your highness will see first.
The Battle of the Centaurs, to be sung by an Athenian eunuch to the harp. Well, none of that. That have I told my love in glory of my kinsman Hercules.
Yeah.
The riot of the tipsy bacchanals, tearing the Thracian singer in their rage. That is an old device, and it was played when I from Thebes came last to conquer. The thrice three muses, mourning for the death of learning, late deceased in beggary. That is some satire, keen and critical, not sorting with the nuptial ceremony. A tedious, brief scene of young Pyramus and his love, Thisbe. Very tragical mirth. Merry and tragical, tedious and brief. That is hot ice and wondrous strange snow. How shall we find the concord in this discord?
A play there is, my lord, some 10 words long, which is as brief as I have known a play. But by 10 words, my lord, it is too long. For in the play there is not one word apt, one player fitted, which makes it tedious. And tragical, my noble lord, it is, for Pyramus therein doth kill himself, which when I saw rehearse, I must confess, made mine eyes water, but more merry tears, the passion of loud laughter never shed.
What are they that do play it?
Hard-handed men that work in Athens here, which never labored in their minds till now, and now have toiled their unbreathed memories with this same play against your nuptial.
I will hear it.
No, my noble lord, it is not for you. I have heard it o'er, and it is nothing in the world, unless you can find sport in their intents, extremely stretched and conned with cruel pain to do you service.
I will hear that play, for never anything can be amiss when simpleness and duty tender it. Go bring them in, and take your places, ladies.
I love not to see wretchedness overcharged in duty in his service perish.
Why, gentle sweet, you shall see no such thing.
He says they can do nothing in this kind.
The kind are we to give them thanks for nothing. Our sport shall be to take what they mistake, and what poor duty cannot do, noble respect takes it in might, not merit. Look, where I have come, great clerks have purposed to greet me with premeditated welcomes. Where I have seen them shiver and look pale, make periods in the midst of sentences, throttle their practiced accents and their fears, and in conclusion dumbly half broke off, not paying me a welcome. Trust me, sweet, out of this silence yet I picked a welcome, and in the modesty of fearful duty, I read as much as from the rattling tongue of saucy and audacious eloquence. Love, therefore, and tongue-tied simplicity, and least speak most to my capacity.
So please, your grace, the prologue is addressed.
Let him approach.
Nope.
If we offend, it is with our good will. that you think that we come not to offend, but with good will. To show our simple skill that is the true beginning of our end. Consider then that we come in despite. We are not here as minding to content you. Our true intent is all for your delight. We are not here that you here should repent you. The actors are at hand, and by their show you shall know all that you are like to know.
This fellow doth not stand upon point.
He has read his prologue like a rough colt. He knows not to stop. A good moral, my lord. It is not enough to speak, but to speak well.
Indeed, he hath played on his prologue like a child on a recorder. A stone benign government.
This speech was like a tangled chain. Nothing impaired, but all disordered. Who is next?
Gentles, perchance you wonder at the show, but wonder on till truth makes all things plain. This man is Pyramus, if you must know. This beauteous lady, Thisbe is certain. This man with a lime and rough cast doth present wall, that vile wall which these lovers did sunder. And through wall's chink, poor souls, they are content to whisper, at the which let no man wonder. This man with lanthorn, dog, and bush of thorn presenteth moonshine. For by moonshine did these lovers think no scorn to meet at Ninus' tomb. They're there to woo. This grisly beast which Lion hides by name, and trusty Thisbe coming first at night, did scare away, or rather did affright. And as she fled, her mantle she did fall, and Lion vile with the bloody mouth did stain. Anon comes Pyramus, sweet youth and tall, and finds his Thisbe's mantle slain. Whereat, with bloody blade, blade, bravely broached his boiling bloody breast. And trusty Thisbe, tearing in mulberry's shade, his dagger drew and died. For all the rest, let lions, moonshine, wall, with the lovers twain at large discourse. Well, here they do remain.
I wonder if the lion be to speak.
No wonder, my lord, one lion may when many asses do.
In this same interlude, it doth befall that I, one Snout by name, present a wall. And such a wall as I would have you think, that had in it a crannied hole, or chink, through which the lovers, Pyramus and Thisbe, did whisper often, very secretly. This loam, this rough cast, and this stone doth show that I am that same wall. The truth is so. And this, the crannies right and sinister, through which the fearful lovers are to whisper.
A very good wall.
It is the wittiest partition that ever I heard discourse, my lord.
Pyramus draws near the wall of silence.
Oh, grim look night! Oh, night with hue so black! Oh, night, which ever art when day is not! Oh, night, alack, alack, alack! I fear my Thisbe's promises forgot. And thou, O wall, thou sweet and lovely wall that stand between her father's ground and mine, the wall, a wall, O sweet and lovely wall, show me thy chink to blink through with mine eyne. Thank you, courteous wall, love shield thee well in this. But what see I? No Thisbe do I see. O wicked wall through whom I see no bliss. Oh, cursed be thy stones for thus deceiving me.
The wall methinks being sensible should curse again.
No, in truth, sir, he should not. Deceiving me is Thisbe's cue, and she is to enter, and I am to spy her through the wall. Pat, you will see it will fall. Just as I told you, yonder, here she comes.
Oh, wall! Full often hast thou heard my moans, reporting my fair Pyramus and me. My cherry lips have often kissed thy stones. Thy stones with lime and hair knit up in thee.
I see a voice. Now will I to the chink to spy, and I can hear my Thisbe's face. this be?
Love! Thou art my love, I think!
I think what thou wilt, I am thy lover's grace, and like Lamander, I am trusty still.
And I like Helen till the fates me kill!
Not Shaphalus the Procris was so true!
Oh, the Shaphalus to Procris, I to you!
Who kissed me through the hole of this vile wall?
I kiss the wall's hole and not your lips at all.
Wilt thou at Ninny's tomb meet me straightway?
Ninus!
Ninus tomb meet me straightway.
Tide life, tide death, I come without delay!
Thus have I, Wall, my part discharged so, and being done, thus Wall away doth go.
This is the silliest stuff that e'er I heard.
The best in this kind are but shadows, and the worst are no worse if imagination amend them.
Well, it must be your imagination then, and not theirs.
If we imagine no worse of them than they of themselves, they may pass for excellent men. Here come two noble beasts, and a man and a lion.
You ladies, you whose gentle hearts do fear the smallest monstrous mouse that creep on floor, may now perchance both quake and tremble here when lion rough in wildest rage doth roar. And then know that I, when snug the joiner am, a lion fell, nor else no lion's dam. For if I should as lion come in strife into this place, 'twere pity of my life.
A very gentle beast, and of good conscience.
The very best of the beasts, my lord, that e'er I saw.
Let us hearken to the moon.
This lanthorn doth the horned moon present.
He should have worn the horns on his head.
His horns are invisible, and the circumference.
This lanthorn doth the horned moon present. Myself, the man, the moon doth seem to be.
This is the greatest error of all the rest. The man should be put into the lanthorn. How else is it the man within the moon?
He dares not come for the candle, for you see, it is already in snuff.
I am weary of this moon. Would he would change?
It appears by his small light of discretion that he is in the wane. But yet, in courtesy and all respect, we must stay the time.
Proceed, Moon.
All that I have to say is to tell you that this lanthorn is the moon. I am the man in the moon. This thorn bush, my thorn bush, and this dog, my dog.
Why, all these things should be in the lanthorn, for they are in the moon. But silence, here comes Thisbe.
Oh, this is old Minnie's tomb.
Ninus!
This is old Ninus' tomb. Where is my love?
Well roared,
Well run, Thisbe! Well moused, lion.
And then came Pyramus.
And so the lion vanished.
Oh, sweet moon! I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee, moon, for shining now so bright. For by thy gracious, golden, glittering beams, I trust to taste of truest Thisbe's sight. But stay! But sight! But mark, poor night! What dreadful dole is here! Eyes, do you see? How can it be? Oh, dainty duck, oh dear! Thy mantle good, what stained with blood? Approach, you furies fell! Come, fates, come, come, cut thread and thrum! Quail, crush, conclude, and quail!
This passion and the death of a dear friend would go near to make a man look sad.
Beshrew my heart, but I pity the man.
Wherefore, nature, didst the lion's frame, since lion wild hath deflowered my
Devoured!
devoured, my dear, which is which was the fairest dame that lived, that loved, that liked, that looked with cheer. Come, dears, confound, outsword, and wound the pap of Pyramus.
Other pap.
I, that left pap, where heart doth hop, thus die I. Thus. Now I am dead. Now I am fled. My soul's in the sky. Tongue, lose thy light. Moon, take thy flight. Moon, take thy flight. Die!
With the help of a surgeon, he might recover. Improve an ash.
How chance Moonshine is gone before Thisbe comes back and finds her lover?
She will find him by starlight. Here she comes, and her passion ends the play.
Methinks she should not use a long one for such a pyramid. I hope she will be brief.
Well, she has spied him already with those sweet eyes.
Asleep, my love. What? Dead, my dove! Oh, Pyramus, arise! Speak up! White dove! Dead, a tomb must cover thy sweet eyes. These lily lips, this cherry nose, these yellow cowslip cheeks are gone, are gone. Lovers make moan. His eyes were green as leeks. Oh, sisters three, come to me with hands as pale as milk. Lay them in gore, since you have shore with shears his thread of silk. Tongue, not a word. Come, trusty sword. Come, blade, my breast imbrue. And farewell, friends. Thus Thisbe ends. Adieu. Adieu. Adieu.
Moonshine and Lion are left to bury the dead.
Aye, and Wall too.
I assure you that the wall is down that hath parted their fathers. But would it please you to hear an epilogue? Or to see a burgomaster?
No epilogue, I pray you. For your play needs no excuse. Never excuse, for when the players are all dead, there need none to be blamed. Marry, if he that writ it had played Pyramus and hung himself in Thisbe's garter, it would have been a fine tragedy. And so it is, very truly and notably, discharged. But come, your burgoman, let your epilogue alone.
If you see a faded sign at the side of the road that says 15 miles to the Love Shack!
Love Shack, I'm heading down the Atlanta highway, looking for a love getaway, and it's for love.
I got me a car as big as the whale. I'm heading on down to the Love Shack. I got me a Chrysler, it seats about 20. So hurry up and bring your jukebox money.
Well, the Love Shack is a little old place where we can get together.
midnight hath told 12. Lovers to bed, 'tis almost fairy time. I fear we shall outsleep the coming morn, as much as we this night hath overwatched. This palpable, gross play hath well beguiled the heavy gate of night. Sweet friends to bed, a fortnight hold we this solemnity, in nightly revels and new jollity.
Now the hungry lion roars, and the wolf beholds the moon, whilst the heavy plowman snores, oh, with weary task fordone. Now the wasted brands do glow, whilst the scritch owl, scritching loud, puts the wretch that lies in woe in remembrance of a shroud. Now it is the time of night, that the graves all gaping wide, everyone lets forth a sprite in the churchway paths to glide. And we fairies that do run by the triple Hecate's team, from the presence of the sun, following darkness like a dream. Now our frolic, not a mouse, shall disturb this hallowed house. I am sent with broom before, sweep the dust behind the door.
Through the house give glimmering light, by the dead and drowsy fire, every elf and fairy sprite hop as light as bird from briar. And this ditty after me, sing and dance it trippingly.
Oh, first rehearse this song by rote. To each word a warbling note. Hand in hand with fairy grace, will we sing and bless this place. Until the break of day, through this house each fairy stray, to the best bride bed will we, which by us will blessed be. And the issue there create ever shall be fortunate. So shall all the couples three ever true in loving be. And the blot of nature's hand shall not in their issue stand. Never mole, hair lip, nor scar, nor mark prodigious, such as are despised in nativity, shall upon their children be. With this field do consecrate. Every fairy take his gate, and each several chamber bless. Through this palace with sweet peace, ever shall in safety rest, and the owner of it blessed. Trip away, make no stay. Meet me all by break of day.
If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here, whilst these visions did appear, and this weak and idle theme, no more yielding but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we will mend. And as I am an honest puck, if we have unearned luck, now to escape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long. Else the puck a liar call. So good night unto you all. Give me your hands if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.
You believe in magic, in a young girl's heart, how the music can free her whenever it starts, and it's magic, and the music is groovy, makes you feel happy like an old-time movie. Tell you about the magic, it'll free your soul, and it's like trying to tell the stories about rock and roll. If you believe in magic, come along with me. We'll dance until morning till it's just you and me. And baby, if the music is right, I'll meet you tomorrow sort of late at night. And we'll go dancing